Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm going to give you a quick rundown on cloth diapering because I know it can be very intimidating at first. I know I was intimidated by it, but it's actually so simple and really not that much harder than traditional disposable diapers. Between the time your baby is born and 2 years old, you will change their diaper approximately 7,000 times. So cloth diapering is extremely cost effective, and not only that, but it's better for the environment and better for their skin. The first few weeks I had my baby, I could not believe how many diapers we went through. I had no idea that they required that many diaper changes. I mean, I think like 15 a day, and so I mean, you're spending at least $5 a day in disposable diapering. And I was just disgusted by how much trash I was accumulating, like just bags and bags of diapers, and I was like, this is horrible for the environment. I was just disgusted by it. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm in a cloth diaper. I've been cloth diapering for about 7 months now. And first, I'll start off and tell you where you should get them from. Get them from Facebook Marketplace. They're so much more inexpensive, and it's just a lot easier to get them that way, because otherwise they can be very expensive, especially if you want like cotton or organic cotton versus like the fake polyester cheap diapers. They're gonna be, I don't know exactly, I think like $30 a diaper, which I mean, in the long run, that's really cheap. But on Facebook Marketplace, I've seen like maybe 25 diapers go for like $60, so it is a huge discount. So I would just go on Facebook Marketplace if I were you. And you can use polyester, but cotton is better for them, and they've done studies on like polyester on dogs or rats, and it made them like immediately infertile. Like it severely depreciates sperm count and sperm motility. And I know it's a baby, but still, polyester is plastic. So if you can, I would go the cotton route or organic cotton versus polyester. I'm going to show you guys my setup. This is my makeshift changing station. So I change this diaper here, and here is where I keep the diapers. So right now they're all dirty. Those are my dirty diapers, and then in there is where I keep the clean ones. So I just keep it there. It's a good system that works for me, so I can change his diaper and quickly grab them right there. I just toss the dirty ones in there, but people have different methods for what they do. These are wet bags, and they're smell resistant. So some people will toss their dirty diapers in here. That's what I did in the beginning, but it's pretty small. I can't fit that many. But they do make big versions of these where it's like this tall, and so that would trap the smell in. But I mean, I just have mine open like that because I'm doing laundry all the time, and that, which is another thing I wanted to talk about. So I have about 20 diapers, and I do laundry, I think I might have 17. I do laundry like either every day or every other day. I would like to get more, so if you can, as many as you can get would be nice. I'd say at least 30, so that you're doing laundry maybe like every other day, sometimes every 2 days. That'd be nice. And then if you want, like my basket, or my method works perfectly, just tossing in a basket, but it is nice to have it trapped in one of these bags. So if you can get a bigger version of these, that'd be nice. I just use this for when I'm on the go. I just shove them in here so I don't have to worry about smell or anything, and then take them home and wash them. Okay, so as far as washing them, if you're breastfeeding exclusively, then you do not have to worry about cleaning off the poop. You can just toss it in there. It's water soluble. So that was really nice. But now my baby's 8 months, so now you do have to clean off the poop, and you don't have to like really clean it. I was cleaning it in the toilet originally, but it's really not that much. You just have to make sure there's no chunks. But if you want to get a bidet, that's easy enough to attach to your toilet, and you can clean it off that way. But the way our toilet is situated, we cannot attach a bidet. So as far, it is a little gross, I'm not gonna lie, but it's worth it to cloth diaper. So what I do is usually I'll go in the bathroom and I'll just take out all of the diapers from this basket. And I do use disposable diapers sometimes, like at night, because sometimes the cloth ones can leak. So they don't always leak, but they've been starting to lately. So I usually use disposable at night. And I keep the diapers in there folded like this, so it's not like ickiness getting everywhere. I've heard of just reusable wipes. I don't use those, but that would be easy. And sometimes I am lazy and I just wash the wipes in there. I don't take them out. Most of the time I go through and I throw out the wipes. And at this point, you can either take out the inserts or you can wait till you got the washing machine, because I know it is kind of gross going in the basket, but a lot of times it's just A lot of times I don't want to leave my baby for long enough to start the wash, that I just do this really quick, so I just have to run down and start it. So for the sake of time, usually I just get it all ready now, even though it is gross having it touch the basket. So I just go through, and if there's wipes, throw them in the bag, and then I just go like this to get the dirty insert out. Okay, and so this one has a little bit of poop on it, but it's not enough that I need to scrape it out, so I can just wash it as it is. This last one I left is a poopy one, so if there's chunks of poop, like if they're eating a lot of solids, you have to either scoop that in the toilet or like in a trash bag. I've used plastic silverware before, which is really gross, but scraped it off, and that's how I got it off. Or sometimes I'll use a wipe and like get it off, or like if you have a bidet or install a bidet, that's easy. Tried a shower head before, wouldn't recommend, made a huge mess. Oops. So anyway, and remember, if you're breastfeeding, they're not eating any solids, you don't have to do anything with the poop. It's water soluble, so what I'll do is I'll just kind of like use the wipe to get the clumps off, which is really gross, but I mean, and there's just small clumps. I mean, he's only 8 months, and I'll just scoop that into the bag. I know it's so gross, just wash your hands really good. It's fine, it's baby poop, it's not that gross, and it's your baby, so it's not that gross. And so then it's like mostly flat, like the poop is mostly flat, it's not chunks. And then, okay. And then we start the laundry. And like I said, usually my baby's napping or start the laundry, and so I don't want to leave him for too long. And the laundry's downstairs, so that's why I do this ahead of time, but you can't do this at the dryer if you don't want to put it in your basket. For washing it, I make my own detergent because a lot of detergents out there are toxic. Like Jeff, that says it's for babies, toxic. And that reminds me, a lot of diapers have dioxin in it, which causes cancer, not if you remind you, but causes cancer and has other horrible chemicals in it. So if you already use disposable diapers, I would use like Coterie is a good one, and then like diapers, okay. But anyway, so I make my detergent. I just use like plant-based bar soap from Walmart, and I shred it up small. And so I put some of that in there, maybe like 2 tablespoons or so, and then some borax and some washing soda, like 2 tablespoons of everything basically, and it works perfectly, and it attacks the chemicals. And then I just dump them all in there. And you definitely want your load to be on hot, because to kill the bacteria, kill the ickiness. And I put it on extra heavy if it's soil. And then I run up the stairs really fast because it's scary down here. I just grabbed the diapers out of the dryer, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to assemble them and then how to put them on a baby. So you have your insert and then the diaper, and there's this pouch here. And so what I do is I just like fold it like this, and you just stuff it in this pouch like this, and then I just make sure it's flat in there. I just kind of hold this and smooth it out like this to make sure it's flat in there and comfortable. And some of them, let's see, this style one has a button. Let me find an insert with the button. And the insert with the button, see there and there. And so you can button it, but you really don't need to. They stay in place just fine. So I still shove it in, and I just put the button towards the front so that it's not uncomfy on him, but you probably wouldn't feel it. But just in case I just stuff it in. No need to button it. They stay in place perfectly fine. And then as far as buttoning it, it looks really intimidating because there's a lot of buttons, but it's not as intimidating as it looks. So actually, let me get a different color. Okay. So you see all of those buttons, And it's based on, you basically just put it around them and then whatever button it seems to fit them. So like for my son now, who's 8 months, I know that he can have 4 buttons showing. So when I button it, I know that I put this button here and that one there. And then just the same thing on this side. And then you want to do this button down here so there's not leakage. And that's how my son has it now. See, 4 buttons showing. And then when they're a newborn, let me find a different one. Like there's all of these buttons down here, you know, when they have the umbilical cord. So you can fold it down if needed, however you need to. See, there's the buttons there, so you could fold it down like that, just to fit it on them. And the diapers grow with them. There are some that, there are some that are just newborn. So if I were you, I would, just to save money, just get the kind that grows with them. Like all of mine are from birth to 2 years old, or like till potty trained. But if you have a small, really premature baby, then you would want like a specialized newborn one. So really the only downfall of cloth diapering, well, I guess there's a couple downfalls, but the biggest I would say is all the buttons. Because like when it's the middle of the night or you just want a quick diaper change, you don't want to do the buttons. But I am so fast at it now that it's like almost the same as a regular diaper. And actually, I didn't know this, but I was looking on Facebook Marketplace the other day. They have cloth diapers that are Velcro, which is so nice. So instead of all the buttons, it's a Velcro. And I feel like that would be so much easier. And I'm sure even less chance of leakage in the buttons. So if you can get your hands on some of the Velcro ones, I would. And as far, I don't remember if I mentioned what kinds are the best. So for organic cotton, or just like good, like real cotton, Thirsties I know is really good. And then a bunch of the brands have certain lines that are specifically cotton versus like polyester. So try to get your hands on those. Or like, you can read the tag on the inside if like, well, you can have, like if you're talking to someone on Facebook Marketplace, you can have them send a picture of the tag if you don't know what it's made out of. Because I highly, highly suggest cotton or if possible organic cotton. It seems expensive, but it's for their health. And when you don't have to buy diapers every week, you save a lot of money. The only thing is that you do sacrifice a little bit of time, energy, and a little bit of money with doing lots of laundry, but it's worth it. I did the math at one point about how much the water bill would go up if you laundry every day, and it was so insignificant. I mean, a few dollars. So it's worth it. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave any comments and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Hope you guys like this video. I hope I explained everything and made it super clear how to cloth diaper. Like I said, love cloth diapering. I recommend it to everyone. Better for the baby, better for the environment, cheaper. It's all around so much better. Highly recommend it. And like I said, at least 30 diapers would be nice. So good luck with your baby, good luck with everything, and I hope that you'll consider cloth diapering. And congratulations if you just had a baby or you just found out you're pregnant. Bye guys, see you next week for my regular weekly vlog.